Betran with SOL-CARITAS TV. We are here at the Improv with Mr. Billy Sorrells, our headliner tonight. Billy, you're back in town. Welcome back.
Thank you. Good to be home. It's always good to perform where I got my start at. So being here tonight, I was on the first show with Carlos, and being on the last All-Star show just means a whole lot to be here with some of my friends I came up with.
So I've been talking to a lot of the guys, Eddie B, all those guys. They were so excited to have you back in town, sharing the stage with you. What can you say has been your best memory with these guys?
Every time we get together, I mean, even, just in casual settings, talking on conference calls, like preparing for the show, it's always a lot of fun. I love those guys, and it's just so much fun to be here with them. Like, it was the dopest experience.
So Carlos talked a little bit about whenever he was wrapping up on stage, how it's been so great to see you guys 5 years ago and to be backstage tonight talking about all that you guys have going on, films, shows, everything. What do you have going on right now?
Well, August 4th, depending on when you're watching this, either it's out or it's about to come out. If you're still watching, it's you can check me out on Wildin' Out, Season 8, new cast member on MTV with Nick Cannon. He also produced a stand-up special for me that's going on MTV as well. New movie coming out, My BFF, that drops out in September. Start shooting on another movie. And September the 17th, I'll be shooting another movie with Omar Gooden. It's an interesting cop story called Don't Shoot, kind of about, police brutality. So it's some light comedy in it. And I'm working. I got another TV show that we're doing on WeTV. It's TLDR, Too Long Didn't Read, which is a weekly recap show, which is produced. We start taping on that August 1st. So it's a busy time.
So you were talking about politics and what's going on right now with police and also with what's happening in the community right now. What's some of your advice that you could give, a brother or sister right now who's struggling, dealing with what's happening right now?
Well, I think it's at this point, we've all had our time to grieve and we've all had our time to know what's going on. Now it's just about implementing the next phase of plan and strategy. It's really in the millennials' hands to make the next wave of change. Circulating the black dollar, being involved in your community, knowing your community, not being afraid. People are like, well, I don't know in my neighborhood, I'm scared. Well, you can't be afraid of your own people. And if you're afraid of your own people, then how can you expect the police not to be afraid? I think it's about definitely getting African Americans in law enforcement. I think that's going to be a bigger issue because we know how to deal with our own people. And the more that we're not dealing with our own people, and we have people who aren't familiar with us, then it's shocking. It's different. And that doesn't excuse us not being treated as humans, but I just feel like in our community, it's not favorable to be a police officer, and I think that's something that has to definitely change. Before, that wasn't an option that we had. Now it's an option that we have. It's available, and we aren't taking advantage of it. A lot of people talk about voting, but I'm always going to tell you it's about your finances, and it's about your family structure. Making sure that you have a tight unit, whether it be you and your wife, you and your husband, whatever your dynamic is, you, your spouse, and your children, and you guys coming together and making sure that you circulate that dollar, the black dollar, as much as you can. Buy black-owned, purchase black-owned, share, barter services. Reach out. Be a good steward of the opportunities that you have, and we'll grow. It's not going to happen overnight. We're not going to get rich overnight, but if we progressively work toward things, we can make things better.
So you talked about phases and changes and transitions. Carlos Wallace is a great example of that and been such an instrument in your career, I know. Seeing him close down almost, with 5 Degrees and here at the Improv, and seeing him move on to additional, projects, films, a little bit of everything. How does that make you feel, and can we expect to see you in anything of Carlos's anytime soon?
Well, what you can expect is I'll definitely be there behind the scenes supporting Carlos all the way through. Carlos has been a great mentor to me, friend to me, business partner to me, and I can only expect great things from him in the future, and you can definitely know that whatever Carlos Wallace and SOL-CARITAS has, I'm definitely behind him 100%. Love you, Carlos. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you. All right. Robin Betran live from the Improv with SOL-CARITAS TV. We're out.